All right, so Corey, welcome to the podcast.
Thank
This
you for
is
having me.
Back Bumps episode 5 already. I can't believe we're on episode 5 already, but yeah, we're making some progress. And yeah, have fun. Our Zoom is not professional, so after about 45 minutes, it's going to time out, and then we'll have to do another one, but we'll figure that out. Yeah, so basically, the format we use is we talk about what we're drinking first, and then we have a bunch of those during the course of the podcast. And then, yeah, we tell some jokes, play some games, and then a bunch of questions for you at the end. And yeah, it's just very lighthearted and fun time. So, yeah, I guess I'll start with what I'm drinking. I usually do. So this week, I had a lot to choose from. So Ellen found this subscription service for beer online. I don't remember the name of the website, but
It's called Tavor, Tavour.
oh, that's what she was talking to you about. That yes, yeah.
Yeah.
So she
gave me
ordered.
a referral link.
Nice. So yeah, she ordered like I want to say 20 different beers, right? It's like 2 of each one to try out. But the thing is, she doesn't really like normal like regular beers. She would likes like fruity things or like sweet beers or
She's the sour girl.
sours, that type of stuff.
Good season for it right now, but I can hear they're divisive.
Yeah,
sure.
Like there's ones that are like strawberry milkshake flavored beer and stuff, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't know.
I think she told us about that one. It came out like gelatinous. Or
Yeah,
like
it's
like
you had to
real
like
thick.
you had to like shake it up first, pretty much, in order for it to come out right. And
Goes against
yeah,
everything I've ever learned about beer.
there's one she actually had ordered that has edible glitter inside the drink. So obviously, very girly type of drinks, but
it can't be good for the GI.
It's like a Goldschlager.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Same thing.
Yeah. So anyway, the one I chose is what I thought would be the less of the fruity girly drinks, and also it's 11% alcohol, so that doesn't hurt.
Take that.
It is
Take
called Zombie Break by Turning Point Beer.
Oh, I like the art on that a lot.
Yeah.
And that's all I can take in because I'm not there with you and not consuming the said beer.
It is an imperial sour ale with coconut and pineapple inspired. I don't know, whatever that means. So
they thought about them while they were making.
I'm hoping it's maybe like a pina colada type of flavor, which I do like those. So I'm gonna give it a try. But Corey, what do you come up with tonight?
So over the course of the first and second wave of the pandemic, I got really into scotches. So today I have Peat Monster from Compass Box, which is a blended Scotch whiskey. As the name suggests, it's very peaty, very smoky, but has like a nice buttery, smooth sort of finish to it. And I'm going to start with this, and then I got some beers of my people up here in New England to show off as we go.
Nice. Yeah, I'm only planning on drinking one of these. I just took my first sip. It's a sour for sure, but it's not like overly sour. I can't say I love it, but it's drinkable. I'll probably give it like a 6 out of 10.
Okay.
Not terrible, but I wouldn't buy it. But after I've done this, I'm probably gonna make a mixed drink, something with vodka in it. So.
Okay, cool. I was worried for a second it was going to be a short podcast. You're like, I'm going to have one this, I'm gone. I'm like, oh, I am not prepared for a short.
No, Corey, we're good.
Okay, cool.
Ryan, so actually, before I go into mine, we're going to have to take a quick out. I'm sorry, but I'm not getting great reception on my phone, so I'm going to switch to my to use. So a couple minutes.
Yeah, I can tell. You sound like a robot.
All right, so are we back on, Ryan?
Yeah, you're up, man. What are you drinking?
Let me back in. All right, here's what I'm drinking. In honor of the drink.
Jefferson's Ocean.
Jefferson's.
Wow.
Ocean aged at sea.
Oh.
Which
very small.
Has a story behind it. It's a very good mixed bourbon.
How much of that do you have to drink to get a free T-shirt?
Blended bourbon. No, I paid for the T-shirt, so obviously not as much as I haven't drank enough to get a free.
It passed the T-shirt test, though. That's saying something.
Yeah. So each one comes with a tag that describes, like this is voyage 23, or
so like
ES is ES the way I see it in reverse, but
Captain's log.
So there's voyage 23. The first one I had is voyage 17. This is my voyage 17.
Is that like the start date?
I actually looked into buying like voyage 1 on eBay or something, and it's like $600.
Wow.
And I actually thought like,
is it actually different, or just the like novelty of having that tag?
I think it's a novelty of having the number 1 tag. And I would imagine it wouldn't. I probably would never open it. I'd probably resell it in 20 years or something. But it's pretty cool because it has it's called the ship's log, so it actually tells you about the cruise that I was on. Like it's not the whole ship that it's on isn't just to age the liquor. Obviously, it's they put it in the bottom of like a cargo ship that goes around the world at whatever temperature, and then they tell a story, and it's kind of interesting. So
Jake, you got to read it to us, but you got to go. Captain's log, stardate.
Captain log, voyage 23, stardate 1/11/77. Ocean voyage 23, halfway around the world, arrived in Savannah, Georgia, where barrels of Jefferson bourbon joined its manifest. Securely stowed, voyage 23 left port at high noon under clear skies, warm spring temperatures, and slate seas en route to the Panama Canal. The shipping lane was unusually empty, and traffic in the canal was very light, allowing voyage 23 to make the passage in 6 hours and enter the Pacific Ocean days ahead of schedule. And then it goes on for a little bit.
All right.
But eventually, this apparently went from Savannah through the Panama Canal into Tahiti before coming back to port. As quiet as the sea can be at times, it is never at rest. Waves gently lap against one distant shore while crashing against another. So that was the voyage of Ocean Age 23.
Cool, man.
So I am going to be drinking this. In fact, I haven't even opened it yet.
You just drinking it straight?
Straight out the bottle.
Classy.
Yeah. Now I always said to myself, I'm like, dude, if you ever hit the point where you're drinking straight out the bottle, then you got a problem. So
if you put a paper bag around it, then it's all right.
As long as
then we don't know what it is, even though after you explained it, I have no earthly idea what you're drinking now. If you put it in a bag,
it's a blended bourbon from Tennessee.
Amazing.
I'm sorry, from Kentucky.
Tahiti.
So I have a question about it. So it's stored in barrels. He's gone.
I'm listening.
I'm out of here.
No, I'm listening. I got to find my glass. Oh, here it is.
Oh, that's very important. So it's stored in barrels in like the hull of a ship, I presume.
Yeah.
And it just ages in there.
Well, I mean, if it's on the sea for a year, then it ages for a year.
Okay. Well, that's really, really interesting. And I wonder if it takes in any sort of characteristics from the air, from the places that it goes to.
That's a great question. I don't know, but I do know that it's very delicious.
I need to try this. I love bourbons. That sounds really good. Cheers.
And you got the big ice cube in there too. That's important.
Got the big ice cube, so it waters it down more slowly.
Dude,
cheers to you guys.
Yeah, man. Cheers.
Back bumps number 5.
Cheers.
I guess we should get moving with the games and the stuff we have to talk about, or else this will end up being a 3-hour podcast. So I got a couple of quick questions, and I guess we got some games we're going to play. So I heard that Corey is a host of a trivia game type of thing. Is that right?
I was prior to the pandemic. I hosted a weekly trivia show at a bar in Westbrook, Maine, which is a small town that's just outside of Portland, Maine. And yeah, it was just like one of those virtual golf bars where like Top Shots, where you just hit a ball into like a projector screen and it tells you, how bad you are. And I would just set up a PA in the corner, and for 2 hours a night, I would drink for free and ask random questions about pop culture and stuff like that. And it was a lot of fun, but like so many other things, pandemic, it kind of ended that. So I started doing it. Yeah, probably the worst thing that happened in the pandemic is the fact that I had to do trivia.
It's the worst thing I could think of.
No more trivia nights. It's awful. That was what broke my heart the most.
Well, I was going to ask you if you still do it, like if there's any money in it, because that sounds like something that would be a fun way to earn money. You know.
It can be a way to earn money. I've done it on Zoom 3 or 4 times since I lost that show. And one night we did one for a charity event that raised in the 4 digits. We were pretty surprised by that because it was just like Emily and I advertising on Instagram, and enough people joined up, and it was like 12 or 13 teams. And
wow.
I had I don't know if you can see this and rather not show you my messy office, but there are 2 or 3 screens next to me, and all of them were just firing Excel spreadsheets and questions over here, and Emily's manning a PowerPoint over there. It was a whole operation.
Nice.
And it sort of feels like you had a Star Trek reference recently. It sort of feels like you're on the bridge, and it's a lot of fun, but I haven't been doing it consistently. I would love to get back into it, and I would love to do it at a bar again because I think there's something more.
I'm with you, Corey. See, I would, when it comes to trivia games, I prefer the Alex Trebek role of the asker of the question as opposed to the I like both, but if I would have a lot more fun thinking of questions to ask people than answering them, like I did tonight with some future segments.
I'm glad you had fun. It is a lot of fun. I love asking questions. When I last did it, I was able to make it a little more themed. The last time I did it, I actually did it for a medical marijuana dispensary in Maine, and they were doing a local.
What was the name?
Event.
Just because I have some advertisers that are in that field.
It was weird. It was.
I'm guessing it was some kind of a pun.
It was like Balloon or Cyrus or something like that. Yeah, they're mostly a grow up. They didn't have a storefront yet, but that was something that was coming within the next year or two. And I don't know if COVID's delayed it since then. But Maine, when I was living in Maine at the time, Maine was just turning into a legal state or a recreationally legal state, and they were popping up like left and right.
I've never considered Maine a legal state. It's just the dickhead of America, and it's a lot of moose, and that's about fucking it.
It's really not populated except for 2 counties.
Maine is
almost nothing. Exact opposite of Jersey.
Maine is known for its moose and its trivia nights.
Moose and trivia. Yeah, that's how little happens. I just
and then after COVID, it only is known for its moose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, only moose. I don't know if they do trivia in the woods, but I mean, there's a lot of woods with no one there, so they would get away with it.
You could always host moose trivia.
Yeah, oh yeah, and there's so many moose facts that I'm sure.
Wait, Ryan, is that where you ask questions about moose, or where moose answer trivia questions about you?
I was thinking go into the woods and ask the moose the questions.
Dear moose.
Sort of like a Tom Green segment, like a very bizarro,
although
camera
I think you'd need like a ladder or something. I don't know if you guys have ever seen a moose, but they're like extremely huge. Well, I'm sure you have. We don't have any down here, but they're like 12 feet tall or something like that.
Yeah, they're they can stand 14, 15 at the shoulder. They're big.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Those are the top end size, but they're bigger than horses, but by a good amount.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll kill you. Like I don't know if people talk about that at all in moose nomenclature in places that don't have them. If you get near one in the woods, it's not like a bear situation where it's going to be scared. It's going to charge you. It will trample you. It's no contest. And
I've heard.
Yeah, they cause car accidents too. Like they're.
Oh, because if you hit them in like the knees, if you're a low car, and the whole body falls on your.
Ooh. It's like Hoff. It's like Hoff. Like every time you see an AT, it's an AT just collapsing on you.
Yeah. Yes. I call it an at, but
at.
I'm a nerd.
Is it AT or at? What is the technical term?
I've actually had the conversation with friends of mine before, and everybody says something different. But in my defense, I think it's AT because there's also the other ones with two legs are called ATSTs.
ATSTs.
You wouldn't call it an ATST, right?
I've never heard that.
Good point, Ryan. Good point. All right, well, let's take a quick commercial break for some sponsors. As always,
all right.
It's very, very expensive to fund this podcast.
I was just talking to Corey about all the money that goes into the editing with putting the movie clips in there and all that. It's not cheap.
And these cameras, the lighting people that we got for ourselves, this lighting is amazing for everybody.
Buying film masters is not cheap. No.
So this week's podcast is sponsored by a number of people. First and foremost, Fabuloso.
Okay.
If you're having people over your house, put a splash of Fabuloso in your toilet and just let it go. And when they go to the bathroom, they're going to be like, damn, your bathroom smells good. Fabuloso.
All right.
I need that product, and it looks like it's popular because like 7/8 of it are gone.
It is. I just grabbed that from my bathroom floor.
Did that bottle sail around the world too?
I bet it sailed from oh God, where is this? Made in Mexico. So I probably trucked up here.
Yeah, probably not on a ship from Mexico.
Truck aged.
And also, this sponsored spodcasted by These Cars Will Get You Drunk Too.
Okay.
A wonderful game. Corey, have you played?
I played variations of that game.
Ryan, have you played?
No.
It's a fantastic game, mostly for adults, but
Mostly?
You get questions like this. The floor is lava. Last person still touching the floor has to drink.
So it's like an interactive card game.
And everyone votes on who is the most likely to throw a party for their pet. That person drinks.
Oh, man.
That sounds fun.
Starting with you, take turns naming an STD. Continue until someone hesitates or repeats a word. That person drinks.
Nice. Yeah, it's kind of like...
will get you drunk 2. And I have both 1 and 2.
I've played a game like that,
purchased at Amazon.
But not with drinking. I played a game like that, but it's just like for points. It's not to get drunk too, but yeah, that sounds fun, man. I guess you guys played that. Did you play that when Jen's family was in town, or?
Jen's family? Oh, that sounded bad.
Yeah, wasn't Jen's sister or somebody was here in town?
Yeah, it sounded bad.
Wasn't her like brother or somebody in town from California?
I played this with family members. Sometimes we play it with kids, and we have to strip out the cards that kids are, and then they drink, juice or whatever they're. They just like to be part of the group.
That sounds like somebody in a psychologist's office, like after being deep into alcohol, it's going to be like, where did this stem from? Well, my uncle, when I was 9 years old, made me chug apple juice all night.
I am already regretting some of my interactions with my nieces and nephews.
I just got the notification for 10 minutes left until the end of the call, so. I guess it's only half an hour.
My segments are going to be more than 10 minutes. So you know what? I'm going to bring up our third sponsor, and then Ryan, do you want to ask a question?
Yeah, sure.
And then we'll close it out and start over.
Yeah.
So this is sponsored by, because obviously super expensive, so we got high-class sponsors. You ever go to your sister's wedding and buy a $3 floatable toy and, throw it around the pool for 6 hours, and then 10 years later still have it because rule number 187 says the game never ends? Tomato Shark!
Yes!
I've heard much about this.
Tomato Shark has...
Tomato Sharks at Tomato Fest this year, and I'm mighty excited. Thank you for your sponsor. He gave me no money, but he promised not to eat me. So
Tomato Shark has more Facebook followers than I do.
Me too, Ryan. There is a chair over there. All right, cool. There is a chair in here already. That's awesome.
All right. What's up, Emily?
Take that. All right. Jake says hi.
Hello.
I presume Ryan does as well.
I was waiting until she could hear me.
I can hear you now.
Oh, hello.
Hey, what's happening?
Not too much. Watching
Good.
Community, which is pretty typical in this apartment.
Okay. Very good. Good to see you guys. I'm glad I saw you very recently instead of like years ago.
Yeah.
We asked you on because I have a series of John Mulaney trivia questions about his stand-ups.
Oh,
no.
I thought it was about.
Trivia?
I thought it was about the show last night because we saw him last night.
Oh, was it last night? I knew you were
wow.
seeing this. Yeah. So give me your very brief rundown on how it was, because I've read an article it was very praising.
It was great, but like definitely darker than any of his other specials that I've seen. Like
Naturally.
for very obvious reasons.
Wasn't a lot of subject change. Kind of stayed on the whole rehab thing for, I would say, 75% of it.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was most of it.
It
for sure.
Uproariously funny, but also you feel very sympathetic towards him.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I felt. I heard the new Louis C.K. stand-up, which is.
Oh, you did?
It's not on
video.
About that. It's not. There's no like special. It's just only audio. Like I guess someone recorded one of his shows, but it's the same type of thing. Instead of like avoiding like the elephant in the room, he spends like a half an hour talking about how he got caught jerking off and all this, like that whole thing. It's really funny though.
So they actually they put our cell phones in these like weird pouches that closed and then sealed so that you couldn't look at your cell phone or record the show, which was the first time I've ever seen that. But then, so he like did an intro and then like maybe 5 minutes in, he just like stops cold and he goes, all right, here's what happened. And we're like, oh yes, this is what we wanted. Thank you so much. Nice. Also, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I heard he kind of takes the blame. Like he doesn't try to deflect.
Oh, yeah.
Very much.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then his wife left him too and stuff, right?
I'm not sure who left who, but they're definitely getting divorced. He did not really talk about that at all, actually. Which
I presume there might be an NDA somewhere.
Lawyers are involved, can't really talk about it.
Very true. That's a good point.
Yeah.
So before we get to the John Mulaney trivia,
I know his birthday.
We had one
questions.
It's trivia question, not about last night because I didn't see last night. So I'm not seeing him till the middle of October. He's in Philly, so excellent. I will see it eventually. Excellent. But this is a segment called "Explain That Mustache."
Okay.
All right.
We'll do our best to explain that mustache. Oh, we got a file.
Oh boy.
Okay, Corey Must.
Corey Must.
All right, let's see
what a name.
Okay, it's a picture I see. It's downloading now.
Ryan, can you make it where we can all see it?
You got to click on it on your side.
Yeah. So
you want to talk about this?
I don't know if this is a question that's for me, but I will tell you that once Corey and I started dating and I saw pictures like this, I was like, I am so glad you didn't have a mustache when we started dating, because I think I would have chosen differently. But this is better.
Oh man, how do you explain the unexplainable? Okay, I'll do my best. I just moved to New York City. That was me in my old Astoria, Queens apartment. It was during Hurricane Irene. I was recording a segment with my buddy Kevin, and
no, Corey, hold on. We watched the video. We know what happened. We need you to explain this. That's it. Just explain this part.
I was getting there.
Did you maybe the razor broke halfway through shaving, or?
No, I had a shaving kit to maintain that. And so in 2011, 2012, living in Astoria, Queens, that was a very hipster, Brooklyn, Queens kind of mustache thing that was happening at the time. So the guy from the Strokes had one. The guy from like local natives had one. It was just sort of an it thing to do as a single guy. Sorry, as a single guy when I was in my early 20s in New York, it seemed to um, attract the crowd that I wanted to attract at that time. And I would never ever do that again as a 33-year-old living in New Hampshire.
Now that's a very fair answer. I was hoping you were going to give a shitty answer and we were going to jump on you, but that's kind of, I get it.
Understandable. Sure.
You do what you can.
All right, so John Mulaney trivia question.
Whoa, you took it serious.
3,
You printed
4,
it out.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9 questions.
Copy.
Okay.
And here's the stakes. There's 9 questions. If you get more than half of them right, meaning 5, obviously, I have
6?
to drink a shot of Wicked Pickle.
Ooh.
Okay,
Wicked.
explain Wicked Pickle.
I think
It
you're talking
said
about us here. up in New England
Spicy
with
pickle flavored whiskey.
Okay,
that. All right.
Ooh.
all right.
It was on the counter when I was checking out the other day, and I'm just like, I'll grab this for $2. Sure.
Fuck with a pickle whiskey.
How-
All right,
And,
situation.
How much do you not want to drink a pickle whiskey?
I
though? 'Cause
really-
I just really want to
it really
understand
sounds-
these stakes.
Sounds
It
gross.
Sounds gross.
Yeah, no, it does.
But for
sound
some
gross.
reason,
but I
Wicked
have also had a
sound-
pickle beer that was like not as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
Okay. All right, well, maybe it won't be too bad, but I won't know unless he answers at least 5 of these questions right. Or
Alright.
you collectively as a team answer 5. So are you ready?
All right, best of luck.
We're ready as we're gonna be, I think.
All right, question 1. When John was at elementary school, his class had to watch a program in the auditorium called Street Smarts, which consisted of safety tips for children. What was the name of the speaker?
Oh, he was an officer of the Chicago Homicide Department.
He had a handlebar mustache. A
But
very
his
important
name
hat.
I
was...
got it. It's JJ Bittenbinder.
JJ Bittenbinder. Yes, that's what I'm.
Ding, 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 JJ Bittenbinder. Very good. That's a 1 for
We
you. All
painted
right.
his portrait and then Corey got the name.
He was the inspiration for my mustache in that last photo.
You could have been a Bittenbinder.
Honestly, that was disappointing if you were trying to be a Bittenbinder.
I could
but
not quite get to him. Maybe in 10 years.
Eventually, yeah. Yeah, it's still a goal.
It's all work in progress.
All right, question 2. When John's friend's child once pointed at John and said he has a penis, what was John's response and impersonated?
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Very good, very good.
I don't know that you needed to be here for this. but I really enjoyed it.
We're
By the
all
way,
happy
I rewatched all 3 of his Netflix stand-ups in the last 2 weeks just to prepare for this. It was torture. I mean, obviously it wasn't torture, it was awesome, but I did it for you.
I'm sorry for your lots.
I appreciate your time.
All right, you got 2 down, 3 to go. All right, question 3. According to John, what's the 3rd biggest thing a kid has to worry about in life behind Real Sticks of Dynamite and an Anvil Falling from the Sky?
That's quicksand.
Yeah, isn't it crazy?
Damn.
Right? Like,
I probably should have made these harder.
Right?
3.
You said they have to get 9 right, right?
5.
Yeah, they have to get all 9
wait,
right.
no, I think we have to renegotiate our stakes because I think we're exceeding expectations here. So what happens if we get all 9? So 5 is the pickle whiskey.
You got to drink from the
What's
bottle
9?
of the Jeffersons,
Ooh.
I think.
Ryan, can you get in on his? Anything you want to do if they get all 9?
Oh, this was your idea, man. I'm not getting involved. Maybe, yeah. You got to take a sip out of the Jefferson straight from the bottle, like a bum.
Oh, no. Jefferson straight from the
Feels
bottle.
so much
That's
fun.
if they get all 9. That sounds.
I think out of principle, if we got to 8, I would just not answer the question right on the 9th one, because
All right.
that's an art form in a bottle.
I got a really good one, and you're not going to appreciate this till later. But later, in a few minutes, there's going to be a challenge, and if you meet the challenge, there's a certain financial incentive. and I will double the financial incentive if you get all 9 right.
Okay. All right.
Wow.
This won't make sense for about 20
Yeah,
minutes.
no, that's fine. This feels fair.
All right. Question 4. What was Dean Cain's role in an episode of Law and Order SVU that John watched?
Motherfucker. Is that
gosh.
Dean Cain?
Is that Dean Cain?
Was he accused of sexually assaulting someone? Was that what happened? Or is yeah?
Let's say it's a title of person.
A title of
Not title. It's one word.
It's one word.
Oh, I mean.
For what you're thinking of.
Yeah. He's a pedophile.
Pedophile?
Right? Yeah.
I'm going to give you one more answer before you're not doubling your score. One word. Go.
Molester.
Close. Actually, I'm going to allow Ryan to jump in whenever he wants.
Yeah, all right.
I've not seen
pedophile
this.
Or molester?
Rapist?
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah! I've never clapped for that word before.
Oh, man, this is so against everything I care about. double the incentive, man.
But hey, we all have a price, and we don't know what it is. But that's it, I guess.
Is that Dean
That's
Cain?
Is that Dean Cain?
That was a great question. That was very hard.
He's a crazy person on Twitter. If you're into that kind of thing.
Shouldn't let us renegotiate our terms so quickly.
Wait, who's the crazy person on Twitter? Dean Cain?
Dean Cain, big time.
So is the guy that played Conan.
Yeah, Kevin Sorbo.
Kevin Sorbo. He's an insane
Yeah.
person on the internet.
Wait, hold on. By insane, do you mean like conservative or like
MAGA.
so?
Big
Yeah.
MAGA.
Like super conspiracy theorist. Like
QAnon MAGA.
yeah.
Okay. Question 5. If John were a Def Jam jump,
What? Def Cam jump? What?
A Def Jam
damn you,
comic?
go there! If John were a Def Jam comic,
There we go.
what would his final joke be about?
Oh, God.
The grid system in New York City.
Yeah. 2 up,
Can you
3 over.
elaborate a little bit?
It's 2 up and 3 over, you simple bitch.
Yes. Yes. Home Alone 2, Lost in New York.
Oh, Home Alone. Oh, yeah. Home Alone 2.
Where you
Yeah,
at?
yeah.
34th to the 5th?
Have you
Where going,
seen this
35th
shit?
to the 6th? Well, 11 up and whatever, you simple bitch.
Yeah.
I'll give that
And
one to you.
you lived in New York for a time. Like
I
that.
did.
Yeah, that's very like yes. That. Yep. 11 up, 1
Yeah.
over.
Well, expect in between like 3rd and 6th is what, Jefferson and Madison and
Oh, yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, it's
you're
all
getting.
those.
You're in the Midtown. Like
They don't
like,
want to make it too easy.
you're in the fashion district at that point.
All right. Roughly how much money did John give his college?
Oh, probably none, right? Well, okay. I'm sorry. Besides his tuition, which was approximately $150,000, but in terms of being a generous giving alumnus, none.
There's only one answer to this question. and
$150,000.
It's not 150,000, but you're very close.
$120,000.
I will allow Ryan to interject on your behalf and pick another number that's close to 150,000.
It is actually, I know this one. It is $160,000.
$120,000.
I thought it was
A
50.
year.
$120,000.
Wait, 120.
You do not
when I said
double-
Wait, you
second.
did say
That's what I
120.
said second.
Check the tape.
150.
She did say 120.
I know I said 150 first, so I got it wrong, and then I said 120.
Okay, it's up to you guys.
So no, it was wrong.
Okay.
But
All
I'm
right,
just
Ryan,
saying,
on
my
replay,
second-
we're going to have
No.
to
Okay.
review this.
Yeah, we'll rewind this.
I can't
We'll
wait to
rewind it.
review it.
We'll
Can you
rewind
do
it
a
and play
full
that.
NFL replay,
I
like show
can
the picture
rewind
with, like, a
this
ref
and
looking in
play
the
it
hood.
back right here. Yeah, we'll replay
It
that
was-
section.
yeah.
There's only one answer to this question. and
$150,000.
It's not 150,000, but you're very close.
$120,000.
I will allow.
Yes.
So we'll review it.
Maybe I could slow it down and be like 120.
Slow that part is gonna be real slow.
All right. Next question. In the sales pitch for this 1980s movie, Instead of traveling back in time to stop the Kennedy assassination, the main character travels back in time to try to fuck his mom.
Back to the Future.
Yeah. Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't even think I've seen the movie.
Wait, what?
What?
Put it on the list.
We're watching it tomorrow.
I've seen it. I've certainly seen
Wait,
parts of
You
the
haven't
movie, but
seen
I don't.
Back to the Future in entirety?
I'm sorry,
No,
guys.
I've definitely seen
Emily,
parts of it,
how old
but
are
I
you?
don't
You're
remember-
like, are you in your 30s even?
No, I'm
Oh.
in my
That
20s.
explains.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, this whole entire trilogy happened before you were born, so.
Yeah, so I've definitely seen parts of it. I know what Doc looks like, but yeah, that's not why I can answer the
I
question.
just assumed you saw it. I don't. I'm so sorry. I feel like it's my fault.
Corey, this is your fault.
Yeah,
You
I think
failed,
it is.
You failed us all.
All right,
He
I
does keep a list of everything that I should have seen that I haven't yet. So.
you want good podcast material? It's this list.
Yeah. I have the same list for Ellen. There's like, she has never seen the Godfather movies. She's never seen any of the Terminator movies. Indiana Jones. She's never seen the Indiana Jones movies.
Yeah, these were all on the list. We did start Indiana Jones, though.
Oh yeah, we haven't watched Temple of Doom yet.
No.
And Last Crusade. We haven't done those.
Oh, that's the best one.
All right, 2 questions left.
All right, we're
The
ready.
first one's very quick. The second one is not. What is not a song?
A psalm.
A psalm.
A psalm is not a song.
Yeah, it's a word
Bread.
that is here.
The bread is bread.
Bread is bread. All right.
I was wondering if that was going to happen at the service we attended.
So here's the last question, and I know you know the answer, but I want you to do your best impersonation.
Sure.
While impersonating Patrick Stewart hosting SNL, John announces that one of the members of this hip-hop group arrived at the last minute. What was the group and who arrived late?
Okay, so
the group was Salt and Peppa. And Peppa arrived late. And I will give Corey the honor of reenacting the moment.
ladies and gentlemen, Salt. And what's this? Peppa!
Excellent. You got 8 out of 9.
Oh,
So you did
wow.
not double your bonus, but you did better. You got more than half, which means I
Right.
have to
Drink that pickle
this,
shot.
I'm glad that we renegotiated the terms, even though we did not win the second term. It really upped the stakes for us.
Honestly,
Very excited to see the pickle
The
whiskey
pickle-
happen.
the pickle whiskey was my preferred top prize out of all this.
Yeah. All right.
He doesn't seem very excited.
Mm.
No.
I'll drink with you, but it's going to be,
Oh,
a heated scotch.
Does it smell like pickles?
What's your
Smells
general,
like hardcore pickle.
Nice.
what's your general disposition towards pickles?
No, I don't have a problem with pickles. I just don't
Okay,
stuff them
this
in
is
my
just-
alcohol.
All right.
Is it, what's the proof of it? Is it 40 proof or?
70 proof.
Okay.
Ooh. It's like legit. Okay.
So
that's
40
I thought maybe it was like half pickle juice or something.
No, it's a whiskey.
Yeah.
So like
Whiskey-
hot with pickle juice?
That's
it
reassuring,
says-
kind of.
Sorry, my light's wrong. It says spicy pickle flavored whiskey.
Okay, so it's sort of like screwball, but with pickle instead.
Why
Yum.
is it spicy?
I haven't had screwball. I know what it is. I have not had it because it sounds
It's-
disgusting.
It's, you know what, maybe at a party it's the right thing to do, but I don't know what party I'm going to where that's happening.
All right, Jake, go
I see
ahead.
it all over. All right.
Down the hatch.
Yeah.
We don't need to go any further. It's
Launch it.
happening.
Sláinte.
Oh god.
He's not having a good time.
Yeah, that's not a good reaction.
No. Oh god, no. It tastes exactly like you would think it tastes.
That's pretty
Yeah.
bad.
Like a
that's
dill
not great.
pickle.
That's
Like
really not
if you eat a dill pickle that had been soaked in bourbon for
Bourbon.
like a year.
Those two flavors, no good.
Oh
not for
god.
me.
All right.
No.
I only drank half of it. I'm done. I'm out.
That's fine. I'm not. I don't want you to.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I don't want you to go to the hospital on this.
Yeah, I
There's
mean,
a bed shortage.
I will remind you that you chose the challenge.
I did, but I didn't. I should have known you were gonna get them all right. I'm smarter than that. I don't know. Because I bought it. I'm like, I need a reason to drink this, so I figured I'd incorporate it. Anyway, Brian, what's going on, buddy?
Very happy with the half.
All right. So it's at this point in the podcast we're going to turn the conversation towards baseball, being that it's one of your favorite topics.
Yes.
So I have
It's
two.
good to see you.
I'm just gonna go.
All right.
Hi, Emily.
So lovely.
All right. Thanks for joining us, Emily.
So glad to help.
Good to talk to you again.
Have a great evening.
Oh, she's delightful, guys, right?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, we all like her.
Yeah, you're gonna be officially related in a year, so that's.
Hey, there you go. All right. So I have two baseball type things to do. So first one is going to be Yogi Berra quotes.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. Love
So
Yogi.
I've got 10 quotes I'm going to read off. I don't want this to take forever, so I'm just going to read them off kind of back to back to back. And then you guys just need to keep track of how many of them you think are actual Yogi Berra quotes.
Wait, am I in this too?
Yes, both of you.
Oh, both of us. Okay.
So how many of them are actual Yogi Berra quotes and how many of them did I make up out of 10?
Okay.
Okay.
Or just keep tracking in your head or your fingers or whatever.
You don't have to go specific by specific. I just need to give you a number out of 10.
When I'm done, just tell me how many of them you think are
Okay.
legit.
Sure.
All right. So number 1, it ain't over till it's over. Number 2, when you come to a fork in the road, take it. Number 3, it's like deja vu all over again. Number 4, when you observe, or you can observe a lot just by watching. Number 5, baseball is 90% mental and the other half is physical. The next one is, no one goes there nowadays. It's too crowded. The future ain't what it used to be. If you don't know where you're going, you'll end up in the same place. Always go to other people's funerals, otherwise they won't come to yours. And a nickel ain't worth a dime anymore.
Okay. When I was in fifth grade, there was a library in my school because it's a school, and there was a book, an autobiography on Yogi Berra, and I read it cover to cover at least twice.
Nice.
Now, I'm pretty sure it's 10 out of 10. I think those are all Yogi Berra quotes.
All right,
Wow.
Jake, what's your?
No, well, I felt confident about my answer, but until Corey just did that spiel, and now I'm like, I'm
Well,
way
what
off.
you can't readjust. What was your? We're gonna say
6.
6.
6 out of 10. I was initially saying is.
Corey's actually right. They are all Yogi Berra quotes.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Corey's
Not bad for a Red
crushing it.
Sox fan, huh?
Dude, some of those are hilarious.
They are. The dude, not only did he never strike out, there was one season where he struck out 12 times, which is fucking bonkers, and he caught a perfect game in the World Series, so good for him. But the guy was a crazy person. Like,
Yep.
I don't know anything about him as a man at all.
Yeah, I don't know much.
So give me Corey, just tell me one thing you know about Yogi Berra that would make us, if that's interesting.
Next to Bill Russell, he has the second most championships in all professional sports in American history.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the Yankees in the 40s and 50s. All right.
Yeah.
Well, Bill Russell's got like 11 or 12 or something.
11. He's got 11, and Bill Russell has 12.
13?
I think
12. I know he's got more than 2 hands.
I think it's 12 for Bill. I should know as a Celtics fan, but I think it's 12.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Yogi's next with 11, and then after that, it's probably like Robert Horry with 7 with the Spurs and the Lakers.
Yeah, I was looking up quotes and
Or Brady, guys.
I just typed in like top quotes and there's 40 quotes like that. There's so many more. I just picked ones I thought were funny, but yeah, dude. There's one when he was they asked him are you in a slump, and he goes, I'm not in a slump. I just can't hit right now.
Yeah, I would know. I know that one. I would have said that's definitely him. But some of the other ones I thought were generic about anything, and
So
that's great.
while we're on the topic of great baseball quotes, Yogi Berra deservedly gets all the praise in the world because he has so many of them. But my favorite baseball quote of all time has to be from Mookie Wilson, the former Mets player.
We talked about this,
as Phillies fans, I know I'm not trying to offend. I'm gonna pull it up so I don't fuck this up. The first thing comes up on Google. If you search Mookie Wilson, the first thing that comes up, it'll say Mookie Wilson dinosaurs. And the quote is this: "When I'm in a slump, I comfort myself by saying, if I believe in dinosaurs, then somewhere they must be believing in me. And if they believe in me, then I can believe in me." And then I bust out.
That's awesome.
I told you, it's the best quote in baseball history.
That's I mean, that is, in my mind, a legendarily amazing quote. I don't know how I haven't heard of it before. I don't know how, like, it's ESPN doesn't have it, and it's like top 100 baseball quotes or whatever.
I know, because ESPN would make it like it ain't over till it's over, because it's like it's about the whole spirit of the game, sure, but there's no fucking dinosaurs in it, so dinosaurs wins every single time.
For sure.
Yeah, no, I had it on my cubicle wall at my last job. I just had that quote printed on my wall. I just started a new job a few months ago. I should probably print it out for this place too, because it makes me feel a lot better about
dinosaurs
life thinking about that quote.
All right, Corey. So the three of us are going to take some time and have a nice long discussion, and we're going to rank the top 5 greatest baseball movies of all time.
Okay.
So I'm going to throw.
I will hold on, Ryan. I will preface this. I was not prepared for this. I do not know anything, Corey. I didn't research all day about movies, so this is off the cuff. But I know what my number one is already.
I haven't done any. I haven't Googled this or anything. I'm just going off
number one too.
I'm only going off of movies I've seen, of my head. But I'm going to throw a couple suggestions out there, and then you guys add to the list. So I'm going to say The Natural should be on the list at some.
It's my number one. Number one by a big gap.
Natural's one.
That's my one.
I had you pegged for a Bull Durham guy.
Really?
I did.
So that makes sense for me, but no, Natural won by a big gap. Yeah.
Okay.
Every time that's on television, I have to watch it.
Second one I want to put up there is Major League.
That's my 2 or my 3. I love Major League. I really enjoy Major League.
And then this one is going to be a little disputed, I think. Angels in the Outfield.
Are you a Danny Glover fan, just generally?
No, but I thought as a kid, kind of like how you were with the Goofy movie. I was like prime. I was like the same age as the kid.
Wait, hold on, are you serious? Are you joking?
I love that movie.
Is that with Matt LeBlanc?
No.
He's in it. Yeah, he's.
Oh, is he in it?
He's in it. I think he plays second base or shortstop. I think he's middle infield.
Oh, really? See, I haven't seen that movie in forever. I just know I liked it.
feel like I walked out of the theater at that movie. Not kidding. I feel like I was in the front row when I was like 17 or 18, and I watched that movie for 10 minutes and I left.
We'll see.
Granted, I was a teenager.
It was made in 1994.
Yeah,
so
that checks out. I graduated in 95.
So I was 12, and I'm pretty sure the kid in the movie was 12. So that's why to me, personally, it resonated with me because I was the same age as the kid in the movie. So I
don't know for a fact he was 12. Let me check that real quick.
So yeah, top stars in that movie are Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
He's in that.
Danny Glover, Matthew McConaughey, Christopher Lloyd, Tony Danza.
Oh, Christopher Lloyd.
And Adrian Brody,
Tony Danza is like the chain-smoking, third, fourth starter on the team who, throws a big curve and just gets guys out, even though he's a million. But They have like a really sad moment about him. I'm pretty sure they'd say like his character, like the angel, not Danny Glover, Christopher Lloyd. Christopher Lloyd is talking to JGL, and he's just like, yeah, he's gonna die in like 6 months, and he's like, holy shit, we gotta win the World Series, I guess. It's you know what? From a family standpoint, baseball movie, it might have the most heart other than Field of Dreams. But
you stole my thunder. That was going to be my last one. My number one personally is Field of Dreams.
Oh, so Ryan, basically you Googled top baseball movies and picked the 4 top ones.
No, I just said I said I didn't look this up. This is just from my memory. I didn't look this up.
Man, so Major League is clearly the movie executives of Hollywood at the time trying to do a Caddyshack thing with baseball, and mostly succeeding. Like Major League.
It's a good movie.
Good.
It's a good movie.
It's pretty good. I would put that in my 3 spot. My number 1 spot is Bull Durham because I feel like it most accurately catches what it's like to be a big leaguer and what that sort of entails. Because there's always like, I'm a Sox fan. You guys are Phillies fans. Like, there's always like that crazy nut job pitcher that's on every World Series winning team. Like for me, it was like John Papelbon, and for you guys,
who we shared for a couple seasons.
We did. But we had prime Papelbon in 2007. He was over like 98 with insane movement, but he was a fucking nutball. By the time he got to the Phils, he was clearly bitter about losing 3 miles per hour off his fastball, not being nearly as effective, and fucking nuts. Did he grab his nuts at the Phillies fan? Am I making this up?
No, he did.
So
he pointed and grabbed.
You ever throw gasoline on a bonfire?
Yeah.
That's what Sean Papelbon did in
But you ever just get so angry and frustrated, you just do something dumb like, yeah. And that's, I think that was him at that moment.
He had a bad night. We've all been there.
He had a bad night.
Philly doesn't let you forget that.
Yeah. But we love it. I'm glad he was on the team.
He's a character. Yeah. But like for the Phils on their World Series run, back in 2008, like who was their nut job? Because like Lenny Dykstra is so all time for you guys.
Well, no, 2004.
You guys won in 2008.
8. Oh yeah, shit.
That was Ryan Howard.
We didn't have the nut jobs like they had in 93. 93 had
no
all
team.
the nut jobs. 2008 was, I mean, Rollins and Worth and
might have been Worth, but like I don't know.
You know,
Utley what about Aaron Rowan running face first into fucking fences whenever he needed to get an out? Maybe it was Rowan on the 2008 team.
Rowan, yeah, he's the one who crashed into the outfield.
Yeah, that guy was fucking crazy. So, anyways, but I mean, the Sox and Papelbon, you guys had Rowans, maybe. I don't know. I've checked the year on that. But anyway, okay, we're speeding this up here. My top 5.
Hold on, I didn't say my 5th one. That was 4.
Oh, sorry. I'm totally stepping all over your format. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's all right.
I let my dog out. I'll be right back.
All right. Okay. So my 5th one is the one with the girls. There's no crying. There's no crying in baseball. League of Their Own.
Yeah.
That's my top. That rounds out my 5.
Those are solid 5 movies. Baseball is one of those things because like baseball was brought about around the same time like film was. Like film and movie in baseball have been around for like 150 years.
Yeah.
So as film evolved, baseball movies evolved just naturally.
Sure.
And League of Their Own, the cast on it, Gina Davis, Tom Hanks. I mean, it's a great movie Madonna is in that.
Rosie O'Donnell, right?
Rosie Perez is in that too.
No,
Rosie O'Donnell. No, Rosie O'Donnell. You're right. It is Rosie O'Donnell. Rosie Perez is not that movie.
No.
Sorry, fuck. I saw her in a documentary. I just watched the Woodstock 99 documentary yesterday for the first time. Oh, no, wait. 2 days ago. Time is a blur in pandemic.
And make sure you're specific with the exact day you watch something, or we're gonna bust you on it.
God
Well, you
damn
guys,
it,
the
Corey.
podcast knows I was.
It wasn't yesterday. It was 2 days ago.
I was at John Mulaney yesterday. That's canon now.
Yeah, right? The viewers are going to comment about the inconsistency.
We're going to get negative reviews now.
Yeah, you're going to get dislikes from this episode.
I'm getting reverse Patreon. You owe Patreon $10 a month now.
You're going to get some guy like pushing his glasses up. I liked Corey's take on the current state of Major League Baseball, but his dating on when he watched this show was way off.
I'm tweeting everything.
Yeah.
Just when I'm watching shit. It's going to be catch.
All right, so am I interrupting? Ryan, are we moving on or are we finishing?
So yeah, League of Their Own was my fifth.
I'm sorry, Corey, finish your story.
Oh, no, I don't know. I don't remember where I left off, but...
What's your top 5?
What's my top 5? Oh yeah. Okay. 1's Bull Durham. 2 is Major League. 3 is The Natural. 4 is Field of Dreams. 5 is Rookie of the Year.
Is it the one where the guy's arm was in the cast?
Henry Rowengarter throwing 101 in 97. Like, what, Billy Wagner might be the only guy. No, Randy Johnson might be like one of the 2 guys throwing 100. Now the Phils have 2 guys who can do it. It meant a lot back then. But I just like that movie because it felt like it could happen to you if you just broke your arm the right way.
To be honest with you, that Angels in the Outfield and Rookie of the Year were interchangeable on my list. I loved both of those as a kid because they're basically like the same type of movie. Just like they had a little different. The gimmick was different, but they were very similar movies.
The mystique of baseball, crazy shit can happen. You find a freak, and they
both had kids like as the focal point of the movie. Yeah.
Shout out to Daniel Stern. I think he was a producer on that. He was Marv on Home Alone, and that was his baby. Yeah.
Nice. All right, Jake. What's your top 5?
I'm not prepared. The Natural's number 1 by a long shot.
Okay.
We watched Major League like 3 or 4 days ago, coincidentally. Because Jen loves that too. And I can't. All right. So does Naked Gun count?
No.
Where Leslie Nielsen is the umpire at the end of the game, and he's like calling balls. He's like,
That's a hilarious movie, and the baseball part of that is like one of the best parts of the movie. But I wouldn't call that a baseball movie.
Jake, if we accept that as if we throw that in the ringing, it's in the running, it's my 3. But I would submit we have to throw that in. I submit we have to throw the baseball episode of The Simpsons when the Springfield power plant.
Oh, the Adams, Springfield Adams.
The Springfield Adams against the Shelbyville Zephyrs, I think.
Dude, we were just watching that the other day. So Riley is he likes The Simpsons, and we're starting from like season 1, episode 1, and we just got to that. I think that's in season 3. Or 4. 3. And we just watched that like a couple weeks ago, and I was sitting there watching with him, and he obviously doesn't recognize a single name on the entire. It's literally all the most famous baseball players of that whole like era.
Riley doesn't know who Steve Sachs is. What's up, Riley?
Come on. No, it's nothing to do. Nothing against him. I'm just saying, it's like watching that
I'm
now.
Joking.
It's just so outdated that like. They're making like Daryl Strawberry jokes, and I'm like, oh, this like kids now are not gonna.
Yeah, Daryl Strawberry was a big. That was a big episode for The Simpsons with Daryl Strawberry.
Yeah, I'm just saying like kids
nowadays. I have my last segment to ask you. I have to go. Let my dog in.
Okay,
give me 1 minute.
All right, so Corey, next. Thing is going to be
Corey.
Hey.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ryan. Are you going first?
Can you hear me? Yes. I was like, literally. All right, the next thing we're going to talk about, and you go,
my bad. I got my thing going. So good.
It's okay.
I got all the time in the world, guys. I'm not in a rush or anything, so it's all good.
It's all right.
I'm going to pass out within a half an hour, so we just speed it up.
All right, so next thing we're going to do is
I can make it 45 minutes.
Tomato Fest recap. So I just want everybody to talk real briefly about their favorite parts of the weekend. And then after we're done talking, I'm going to put a bunch of pictures that several family members have sent me of
ain't
their
that
favorite
cute?
stuff. So people can look at all the fun times we had. So personally, I think highlight of the weekend was myself and Frank winning the cornhole tournament.
I knew that was coming.
Honestly, that was like mostly Frank, because anyone who was decent, like halfway decent, and on his team was probably going to win. I did not contribute nearly as much as he
He's
did.
serious about it. He's serious about it.
All right, so let me interject real quick here, and I just will regurgitate what you're saying. Jen said to me, Frank made 80% of those shots. And that is a major exaggeration of the way she said it, because it wasn't anything like that. But honestly, it's like Frank is probably Frank is number one in the family. Frank, if you were to rank cornholers over 3 seasons, Frank is number one, right? Your dad, Corey, your dad's number one.
Yeah.
There's a lot of other really good players, but he's probably the best.
Although I have to say, so I won this year, and 2 years ago I got second place. So just
who beat you that first year?
Your dad and John.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's number one, but I have a first place and a second place out of the 2 years, so I got to be up in the top 5.
I would probably say if Frank and Ben were on the same team, they would probably beat everybody for the next decade.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you and my dad would absolutely just wipe the floor.
Not me, Jen. Yeah, Jen and your dad.
Jen's gonna be in the finals every single year, no matter what, because there's only she's top 4, so she's gonna make it that far.
She didn't make the finals this year,
and the last year and the last year before that. She didn't
make the finals this year.
There. Let's just say there's a consistency of who is in the finals.
No, this year
there's 5 or 6 people that are always get there.
Yeah, Justin and Rebecca were the
Justin and Rebecca.
Justin and Rebecca, Jen, John, Frank.
And
us,
you, right?
The 2 of us, if you're not commissioner.
And Steve, Rebecca's husband, Steve.
Yes.
He's usually in the mix. Definitely. I was with him last year. Prior to the pandemic, I was on his team. We got to the final 4, but we bounced at that point.
Well, the thing, like I was telling Frank this afterwards, I was like, I literally have not played a single game of cornhole in like a year and a half before Tomato Fest. Like, I mean, there was no real parties last year to go and do that. There's no barbecues or anything. Everybody was in the pandemic, so I didn't go anywhere. I hadn't played at all the whole last year, and this was the first time I played this year. So, if I had played a little more, I probably would have contributed more. But it is what it is.
You won. I mean, you're on the winning team. You've been good for years. My dad is somebody who, whenever he picks up anything, like you give him, like here's a story, real quick story. My dad is just so good at, like, you teach him how to do something, and within 5 minutes, he's pretty close to mastering it. Madden is a great example of this. We're talking about Madden earlier. I was playing Madden like 05, the one with, or 06 with Don McNabb on the cover. And I'm playing that just like I'm playing as the Patriots. And he goes, hey, do you want to play tonight? I'm like, yeah. My dad asked to play video games. So I'm like, fuck yeah, let's play video games. And he plays the Eagles, I play the Patriots. And the first half, I'm crushing him like 21-0. And he's like asking me questions each play, like, okay, so what does this button do? I'm like, oh, it's a pump fake. What does this button do? It's an audible. You can change the play line of scrimmage if you do this button. He goes, okay, cool. He comes back and hangs 35 on me in the second half and shuts me out. I played Madden and beat tons of people for years, and my fucking father just wipes the floor with me in the second half like I've never played video games before.
That's great.
So in the battle between which of our, no, I shouldn't say our, this is a different relationship. Which of the Knackman kids, John, Frank, Ann, is the smartest?
That's a hard question.
That kind
That's
of
a real hard question.
It's definitely not John.
That's mean.
I fucking love John. But John laughs at my jokes, and if you laugh at my jokes, you're not that smart. So he's out of the...
That's so mean.
Jake, this is what in the industry of journalism, what they call an evil question.
It is an evil question. I know. I feel so bad, but that's all right. He's not going to watch us. And if he does, he'll
my
laugh.
father will never watch this.
But if he laughs, it'll be fine. Who cares?
Well, you figure, Frank and Ann are both lawyers.
Right? But like, Emily, like Emily's the smartest person I know. So like everybody I compare to like is to her, and sorry, Penny just growled. I don't know if the camera picked that up, but man.
Penny, shut up! Hush!
How
Hush!
dare you, Penny?
Hush.
She reacted to that. I don't know. Like they are three smart human beings. All three of them. And so I don't know. My dad is, holy crap. I mean, there isn't anything he doesn't know about on some level. And I just started working for the same place as him, and he's been there for years and years and years and years. Everyone there is just like, oh, your dad did this. Oh, your dad did that. Oh, your dad did that. I don't pick against my dad in anything because I've never seen him lose anything. It's really
good for him, man. It's a good trait to have for his business, for being a lawyer, and you got to win.
Yeah, got to be ruthless.
He's a winner.
You got to be ruthless. But,
he's a winner. He's a winner. But I mean,
all right.
So they're all great.
Before we talk about how smart everyone is for the next half an hour, let's move on. Jake's got a topic, and then we got a couple of questions for you.
Okay, sure. I'll shut up. I'll be quicker. I swear.
Any NFL quarterback, and there's a list of anyone, like imagine your list of top most touchdowns thrown in the history of NFL from here down.
Okay.
There's 23 that have 250 or more.
Okay.
You have to start naming them. You got to give me a break. You can't be like Brady, Rogers, like we all know those guys. I'm gonna start crossing them out. For everyone you get, what was the thing again?
We're gonna give him money.
Give me a gift worth $2.
You're gonna give him some money.
$2 for everyone you get.
You're gonna send me a gift.
So after 3 minutes, so I'm gonna record 3 minutes. After 3 minutes, I'm gonna count how many you got, and then in the next 30 seconds, Ryan can add to your total, and that's the total of the dollar value of the gift I'm going to mail to you in the mail. Just
all right, let's go.
Randomly. All right. Corey, tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready.
I'm starting. Ready? Go.
Tom Brady.
Yep.
Peyton Manning.
Yep. You don't have to wait for me to say yep. Go ahead.
Okay, Brett Favre. Joe Montana. Aaron Rodgers. Joe Montana.
You already said Joe Montana.
So I sure did. John Elway. Dan Marino. Johnny Unitas. Steve Young.
No.
Steve Young didn't? Okay. Phillip Rivers.
Yep.
Yes.
Ben Roethlisberger.
Yes.
Russell Wilson.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah, 40 seconds.
Matt Stafford.
Yes.
Drew Bledsoe.
Yes. I was hoping you'd say that.
Wow. Okay.
Vinny Testaverde.
Yes.
Sammy Baugh.
No.
Donovan McNabb.
No.
Joe Flacco. No. Dante Culpepper, Steve McNair.
How many minutes did I give him, Ryan?
I think time's up.
Okay.
No. How many minutes did I give him?
I don't know.
3.
We'll say time's up.
No. I hit the thing wrong. You're only at a minute and a half. Go. Just name quarterbacks.
I think I have.
Okay.
I think I have
Joe
2.
Theismann, Phil Simms, Eli Manning.
Yes.
You didn't say Eli Manning yet?
I hadn't.
I think I have
How about number 2 overall? Come on, dude.
Brett Favre.
You already said that.
Aaron, I didn't say Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers.
Let me jump in. I have 2. I think
Ryan, go for it. You got 40 seconds left.
I think of 2. Drew Brees,
Yes.
Breeze.
Matt Ryan.
Yes.
Fuck. Okay.
I have no more left. That's all I.
Oh my
There's
God.
only 5 left. And you have
Warren
20
Moon.
seconds. Yes, Warren Moon.
Nice.
You have 20 seconds.
Troy Aikman,
Nope.
Tony Romo,
No, but he was close.
About Cunningham.
Randall Cunningham.
Probably not. Right.
You're done.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to name the ones you didn't get if you actually said them, to be honest, and tell me if you did.
Okay, sure.
Carson Palmer,
No.
Dan Fouts,
No.
Who?
Fran Tarkenton,
Wait, Dan
Yeah, I
who?
thought about him earlier today, and no.
Sonny Jurgensen.
Sonny Jurgensen, no.
That's it. That's the only ones you missed.
Wow. Impressive.
Wow. 2, 3, 4. So that's
how you
4.
I don't know how you missed Drew Brees though. That's
I
like.
don't know how I missed Drew Brees. Sorry, apologies to the Brees family and the New Orleans Saints
I think
family
he's
and the
like-
San Diego Chargers family.
I think he's like number 3 or 4 like of all time.
I should have known that because he and Brady have been back and forth, and then Brady's like,
Yeah.
I'm a zombie time lord, so I'm just gonna keep throwing touchdowns until I die. So
Who are you talking about?
Drew
Brady.
Brees. No, Drew Brees.
Oh,
is
Brees.
but Breeze was right with him, like
Yeah.
all the way.
Yeah, Breeze is number 2. Drew
Oh,
Bledsoe,
wow.
number 23.
Wow.
So you only missed 5. So 23, 22, 21, 23. So 17 times $2 is $36.
34.
So Corey, I'm going to send you a gift in the mail that's worth roughly $36.
34.
Jake, I heard your signature is worth at least $36. So you know what I'm saying.
No, my signature is worth a nickel, maybe.
All right, so
that was fun.
we actually only have 4 minutes left on this call.
Rapid fire.
I didn't want to cut it off, but All right. All we have left is a couple of quick questions. So, in the 4 minutes we got left, I'm gonna rapid fire these at you. You ready? Would you rather be a sports writer for the Boston Herald or the official beer tester for Sam Adams?
Oh shit, that's a good question.
Official beer tester for Sam Adams.
Really?
Yeah, Boston Herald is it makes the New York Post look like the New York Times.
Okay. Okay. What is your opinion of Dave Portnoy?
I'm not a general fan of Barstool. Shout out to Jared Carabas, who's like the resident baseball writer, Red Sox guy. That's somebody I've had several conversations with over the course of my life, and he's a really cool guy. And I appreciate what he's doing for Red Sox fans. And him and a couple of those guys in the Section 10 podcast, which is a really good Red Sox podcast. Other than that, I give a fuck about Barstool.
Wow. Okay. I'm a fan of his. I like his entrepreneur.
I mean, they're fun. They're not serious. You can't take them seriously.
No.
I don't. I think
also his pizza reviews.
Portnoy.
His pizza reviews. Pizza reviews are amazing.
All right. He has good taste in pizza. I will not take that away from him.
Next question. I saw you did recently a top food tier list.
Still working.
But you never finished your A tier. What's your number one food, fast food or a restaurant tier?
Number one chain restaurant in America is probably the Cheesecake Factory because it best encapsulates what the American idealistic platonic top of chain restaurants are. They just do everything.
They kind of do everything.
They're like, if you want anything in the entire world, go there.
All right,
it's not going to be good, but pick anything in the world you want.
It'll be at least above
It's going to be below average, but you can get anything you want.
Below average for fine dining, but if you want a solid I want chicken fingers, they're gonna hook you up and they're gonna be good.
All right, last question. I have memory of when you were maybe 8 to 10 years old, and you knew every state capital by heart, and I was 70 years older than you and did not know all of them yet. Do you still know every state capital?
I do.
Awesome. All right, we only got a minute. We have a minute left. So
name it now.
Okay.
We're gonna fade out on your state capital. Let's go.
Jefferson, Missouri, Augusta, Maine, Concord, New Hampshire, Montpelier, Vermont, Boston, Massachusetts, Hartford, Connecticut, Providence, Rhode Island, Albany, New York, Trenton, New Jersey, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, Mobile, no, not Mobile, wow, I'm hitting a wall.
Yeah, someone's hitting a wall.
Florida,
all right.
Atlanta,
All right, this is a great podcast.
A couple seconds left. Corey, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
We all had a blast, and can't wait to talk to you and Emily again. And that's it.
We'll be back. Thanks for having me.
My man.
Back bumps. We're done.
Good to see you guys.
Back bumps.
Back bumps. I hope it fired for you.